Heidi ho, heidi ho. So, what's the message for the day? All the stuff that we see going on around the world, um, and how we have to guard our seven gates. So, 2, 4, 6, 7. Our ears, our eyes, our nostrils, and our mouth. Everything that we take in and everything that we spew out of our mouths, all the food that we consume, what types of things we consume, what we watch, what we listen to, um, and the divinity that can be found in Zohar and the Talmud and the Mishnahs and Torah and Tanakh. So, for years, there are those of us who people call conspiracy theorists. And for the longest time, a lot of society kind of chuckled inside when they would hear somebody talking about conspiracies and how there are those, and we'll call them the plutocrats, oligarchs, and the Epstein class. There are wicked men in this world who do wicked things. And the masses are slowly starting to wake up and see that a lot of this is true. So MK Ultra and experiments on different societies and different tribes, and they've done so many experiments, and last I heard it was like at least 180 that the CIA and the FBI admitted to experiments. So they've done experiments with drugs and whatnot, but they also experiment with religion. So it's what's in a man's heart. When you look at an onion, like I've said before, and you only see the husk, the klipa, and you don't look at the onion and actually realize there are layers to the onion. And then where's the onion get its nutrients, and how's it get its vitamins and its minerals to grow? It's the same thing with Torah and Tanakh. You can't read it just by the cover. You can't take everything literal. So I pursued my enemies and overtook them, and didn't turn back until they were utterly destroyed. A fool will hear that and think that you're talking about other men. The enemies would be the Yetzer Hara, the evil inclination, the reptilian mind, base wants instead of base needs. Pursuing your enemies, guarding your seven gates, your eyes, your nose, your ears, your mouth. That's pursuing your enemies and overtaking your enemies and not turning back, which means doing a tikkun, a rectification, not going back to the same thing. So, anyway, with the mind control, is most definitely real. So, here a while back, I read from Zohar, and it's talking about the Erev, which are the mixed multitude that come along with Israel, and how they get Israel to stray. And there's a class of the mixed multitude that is called the Giborim. The Giborim would be the mighty ones who want to make a name for themselves, not for Hashem, our Ima Abba. So they're more concerned with making a name for themselves, which is not to say everybody who calls themselves a Christian is bad, everybody who calls themselves a Muslim is bad, everybody who calls themselves a Jew is bad, everybody who's Buddhist is bad. It's not saying that. It's saying that Israel is mixed within all the nations and all the religions. So I can find Yisrael, the spirit of Yisrael, within all nations. But so it's the time of Purim now, and we're told that we're supposed to utterly destroy Amalek, which would be the Amalekites. That's the Amalek within ourselves. But when we destroy it within ourselves, we can recognize it within others. And we're not supposed to murder. So those two things go together, and they have very deep meaning. I can recognize Amalek within myself and destroy it. So I pursued my enemies and overtook them and didn't turn back until they were utterly destroyed. I can destroy those things within myself. I can plant seeds in others, but I have no right to harm somebody else. So all this crap that is going on is because of mind control. It's because of indoctrination. If this man calls himself a part of my tribe, I'm not allowed to question him. So that whole thing of a Jew's not allowed to say something about a Jew. Well, first off, there's no such tribe as Jew or Judah. It's Yehuda and B'nai Yehuda. Ha'am Yisrael, which would be the nation of Yisrael. So anyway, it is taught in every good Torah observant Yisrael, B'nai Yisrael, or Yisraeli, every good Torah observant man or woman knows that the Erev Rav is mixed in amongst Yisrael. So not everybody who calls themselves Yisrael is Yisrael. So back to the Gibborim. Those are the men who build synagogues and worship at the altar, but are the Erev Rav. They dress like they're a part of Yisrael. They act like they're part of Yisrael on the surface. But inside, they're the mixed multitude. And they will actually do more to give a black eye to Israel. But it's the same with all nations. So it's the Epstein class. The ones who believe that they can do different experiments to men, cause men to harm other men, build up their prison system and use the prisoners for their experiments. And all this has been proven. It's CIA documents that have been released, and, are out open in the public now. So it's not like a conspiracy theory. It's been proven. It was a conspiracy theory at one point in time, but here's the way you got to look at it. Anytime a man believes he has the right to rule over others and you're not allowed to question him, that man right there is Amalek. He's from the nation of Amalek. Go ahead and question me. I'm just fine with that. I'm beyond being perfect, and I know that. So I have to question myself as well. My motives, what motivates me. I want to see a world that lives in peace, not one that actually bombs a school full of 100 and some odd little girls, grade school girls, and doesn't see anything wrong with it. Well, they're not a part of my nation, so I'm allowed to destroy them. How do you know they're not a part of your nation? Yisrael is mixed among all the nations, but so is the Erev Rav. God bless. Much love.